When we talk about art or the origins of art, we usually connect it with Europe, with the cave paintings and the sculptures that were discovered here. But long before the art was expressed, there is another place where art was doing something else, and it was doing it very quietly. Today, let's travel to a place in the southeastern region of Algeria, or what is known as the Sahara Desert today, to a place called Tassiri Najir. I hope I pronounced it right. Tassir, I think it is Tassili Najir, Najir. But this place is a desert today. It is what we call Sahara. Today it is dry, today it is barren, it is filled with silence, it is filled with no life at all. But it is filled with life, but not um, the life that we see in the rest of the world. But about 10,000 years ago, this place was lush, it was green, it was thriving, it had life, it had all all the elements all the elements that gave the title to Africa, that it is the cradle of life. Africa was always known as the cradle of where the cradle of life began, and it's true. I believe so too. So today we will capture a small region of the Desert, and this art that was discovered in this place was phenomenal. It was somewhere around 15,000 rock art were discovered. And this rock art spanned over a long time, between 10,000 years ago to 4,000 years ago. So that's 6,000 years of creating art, of a community that lived in this luscious land, created art that is phenomenal, that is different, that is worth mentioning because it is rock art. If you look at the art, it is besides being besides imprinting the daily life of hunting, of animals, of the regular art that we find in caves and even in the rock art. This art in this place also had a different meaning to it. Let me explain it. Most of the art was, of course, of the regular life, of the daily life, but also there was something uniqueness to it. I would like to emphasize on the round-headed figures. These figures, if you look at it, they are just round heads floating, in just floating. I don't know what they were thinking when they sculpted these figures. The body has no shape. They are just disfigured, not disfigured. There's no shape to it. It's just round heads and some kind of a body, and they look elevated. They look suspended. Sometimes they are looking down at something. So what was this art about? What came from within to sculpt these kind of um, figures? Could it be, once again, did they know something more than what we know today in terms of spirituality, in terms of different realms of the world? It could be. Researchers do say that these figures were, these, the theory is that these have come from an altered state of mind. Maybe they during their rituals, during their whatever rituals they performed, maybe in those days, who knows, the land was lush, maybe they consumed something and they were in la la land, never know. And this is what they created, this is the art they created. There are many who get extremely creative when they are in a different state of mind. It's a known fact. It's been like that for thousands of years. So it could be that the artists who created art at this time were also, you know, consuming something from the luscious land that they were living in. And this is what they came up with. It also could be, since this tribe or this community during the 6,000 years were so so spiritual. They were spiritual. Africa is known for all of that. They have, even in the past, they know so much than what we do. I think it's just, we've just touched the tip of the iceberg with what Africa was all about, the cradle of life. There is a big um, vast ocean of knowledge, I would say, about life, about about the soul, the human soul. And Africa has a lot of secrets. Also, that is the reason why I'm saying that it could be that this community, this the people who existed for thousands of years followed tradition, followed their legacy from one generation to the other, and uh, and stuck to the core that this is what life is all about. And could be that they were connecting with the higher realms, could be that during their rituals there was a shaman, multiple shamans over generations, who the wise one, the shaman, was knew so much and guided or influenced the community to to believe certain things about life and the soul, rather, I would say, not spiritualism, but the soul. And this is what carried forward for thousands of years, which we see today. And it is amazing to realize something like this. In my previous video, I did speak about the Nazca lines, the mystery behind the Nazca lines. I'll put the link of that video in the description. If you're interested, you can watch it. But I did speak about the mystery behind Nazca lines, that art was created, I called it the art, was created, which was seen from way above, which was seen from the outward, which was seen from the upward. And in Tassili, they created art which came from within, which was inward and expressed on the out. So there are two different extremes. One art is outside, one art is from within. But the paths collided, and the destination is the same, that the art spoke the language of the soul. The art spoke about about emotions and spirituality. I believe that they felt too. So this, our species honestly has been more deep than we are today, and more than we give credit to the older species, to the older generation, to the older communities, to the older they're the original. They are the original. They are the goat of it all. They started it all. We are just following. We are trying to decipher some codes. We are trying to decipher some secrets that the art depicts, and that's what we are doing today. But those people, they knew it. They are the original. So I thought that was interesting about this. I mean, there is so much information and there's so much to learn about the Sahara Desert. But this part of the art, the rock art, really interested and fascinated me when I was reading it. And I, of course, wanted to connect it with a different aspect of art, being a soulscape artist. This is what I do. I connect everything with the soul and with the journey of the soul. I wanted to share that information today. Um, and if you have any thoughts about this, if you feel if you feel to share some other information that I would love to know, please share it in the comments. I would really like to know where this journey of art is headed. um, so stay connected with me, subscribe to this channel if this kind of content calls to you, and see you in the next video. I don't know what I'll talk about, but see you in the next video.